both of you. So the next question is, again, like I said, we are going to be in the space of data pre-processing. So next question is with reference to encoding, all right? Another interesting thing, and data scientists are always in argument, no, this is better, that is better. So when did you use encoding, Sharat, and what are all the types of encoding techniques did you try before you decided, okay, this is the best?
Okay, Nathan, to answer that question, I have to first explain what exactly the encoding point is, right? So from a business perspective also, if I have non-numeric data points in my data set, for example, engine type, because if I have to calculate or predict or estimate the fuel efficiency of a vehicle, the engine is going to play a very crucial role. Now, this is a non-numeric data, and I could not skip this. It has to be there in the data for analysis and prediction models. But if I have this non-numeric data, I cannot come up with a mathematical equation, a machine learning model, right? A regression model. So from this perspective, I had to convert the non-numeric data and represent that non-numeric data in a numeric form. This is where we try to encode the original data and create dummy variables. And here, there are different types of doing the encoding, of course, but the logic says that if you have a data which is of equal importance for every category in that particular field, for example, I should give equal importance for a petrol vehicle compared to a diesel vehicle, or for that matter, for an hybrid vehicle or an electronic vehicle. In the equation, the coefficient should identify the importance of this type of engine on the fuel efficiency, but I should not give some numeric advantage to that category. So to ensure that we give equal importance to all the categories, we generally try one-hot encoding technique, which basically gives multiple columns, and we basically have the columns extended based on the number of categories that we have. Those many columns extended. Of course, this is one of the drawback, which may yield into a dimensionality curse, especially if I have too many columns. But in our case, in my specific case, the project that I was working on, I had only 5 categories. So it was not a big problem for me to convert the data into one-hot encoded variables. Once they are converted, I was able to use those columns into my numeric equation, right? Regression equation. And we can also try and apply different encoding techniques, but predominantly we either use label encoding techniques or one-hot encoding technique. So in my case, I was using one-hot encoded technique.
Thank you, Sharat. Thank you so much. So, Bharani, do you have anything to add, your insights or any experiences you had with problems, basically, with this encoding?
Yeah, absolutely, Nitin. So, within the project that I've worked upon, which is the loan default prediction model, there was a column called as education. Education has diploma, graduation, post-graduation, so on and so forth. Given this, if you are going to supply this data to an algorithm such as decision tree, all good. You need not do any changes to the specific column. However, I've told you that we have also applied logistic regression. When you apply logistic regression kind of model or any of the regression techniques, the algorithms expect your data to be in numeric format. So you cannot say education, diploma, graduation, post-graduation, and supply the data to your model, logistic regression model. You need to instead convert this column called education into numeric format. And in order to convert that into numeric format, we resorted to dummy variable creation. And as part of dummy variable creation, if you have diploma, graduation, and post-graduation, there'll be 3 different columns which will be created. And there'll be one against a row which says say the first row says diploma. So against diploma column, you'll have a 1, against graduation 0, against post-graduation 0, right? That's how you do one-hot encoding. The reason being, your logistic regression expects the data to be in numeric format. So in the previous example, we had a column called as income. We converted that into categorical data because decision tree expects the inputs to be in categorical format. But logistic regression expects the data to be in numeric format. Hence, the categorical column, which was education, was converted into numeric format using dummy variable creation. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Bharani. Thank you for that answer there. So to sum it up, the choice of the encoding method, unfortunately, it changes with the kind of data and changes with the kind of algorithm that is demanding it. All right. So label encoding and one-hot encoding are the most popular ones. So you would choose that depending on the algorithm, and different algorithms require different types of encoding. So that is something you will have to try out and then figure out what suits you the best. So that is the answer to the part, why do you choose among the various encoding techniques? So that was something I wanted to just step in.